Hey, and welcome to the SLO City Together Podcast. I'm Jordan.
I'm Brent.
Good morning, Brent.
Episode 18.
Something like that.
18.
Where friends become family.
Family becomes enemies or
neighbors,
family.
friends.
Yep.
Oh,
so
man.
we're really excited to be together today on this today's Thursday, May 7th, and it is National Day of Prayer. Can we lead with that? Can we lead with National Day of Prayer?
That. Let's lead with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you you have any big family traditions for National Day of Prayer?
Not a family tradition. I think the churches I've been a part of in the past, my past ministry experiences have always made National Day of Prayer a significant day, and I appreciate that. You know, I think you can often look at it with like who gets to call this the National Day of Prayer? Right. But you can look at it with cynicism, or you can look at it as an opportunity to actually draw attention to prayer.
Yeah.
So it was a big deal for us for a long time. We'd open up the spaces in which we used to reside. You know, those buildings that people would congregate in. And,
I remember buildings.
And we would go there, and we would meet together, and there'd be some worship and singing, and
that's awesome.
Prayer,
like a service. There would be a service.
No,
we never did that. We would open them up throughout the day, and people would come in and out as they please.
Yeah, people would. There would be a worship leader. People would just be live worship happening, and people could come and go as they want, and it was special. And now we're in this digital age where. I just saw a comment on this morning's worship thing that said, man, I so miss gathering together with people on this National Day of Prayer.
Right.
So it's National Day of Prayer. Find some time in your day to pray.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point you made, though. Like bucking against it because it's a man-made or man-appointed thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of silly. Like there's some times where it's good for us to go, wait, that's just us making something up. But like when the man-made thing is good and draws our attention to something
to God,
valuable and noble, okay, that's fine.
I think some of the
take that man-made thing and do it. And
what other man-made things do we rail against?
Sweetest Day is my big
Sweetest Day, the Hallmark holiday.
What a joke, man. What a joke.
Is that 6 months away from...
It's like September, so yeah.
It is so hot in here.
It got very hot very quick.
I am sweating currently.
Yeah.
It is 81 degrees at 9 a.m.
Oh.
And we are in
what's the high today?
We're in a hot box right now with metal on all sides.
Yeah, we are.
And it's happening.
Wow.
It's only 9.
It is only 9.
And it's 81 degrees. So it's National Day of Prayer. And I think some of the bucking against it comes from what I'm gonna get in trouble.
Okay.
What people see people maybe praying for and not praying for.
Okay.
So is that me?
It is you, yeah.
And so I don't know. Like, the real honest, I'm forming my thoughts here.
Okay. We'll bear with you.
Criticism or skepticism of people who quote unquote pray or say things and then don't in turn follow them up with their actual maybe actions or actual cares or actual concerns.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we're like,
it's like the story Jesus tells about the guy standing up praying just to be
we just read that
heard.
last night. The
Did you?
Pharisee and the tax collector.
Yeah.
2 men go to the temple to pray.
Yep.
Tell the story.
And the one guy, it's a show.
Great story.
The one guy, it's a show.
What's he pray, Jordan?
I don't know.
He says, "Thank you, God, that
I'm great.
That I'm great.
And I'm not a sinner.
And I'm not like that guy."
Yeah. And then that guy's praying
I'm a
in
sinner.
the secret. And it's powerful and real.
Yeah. He said, Lord, have mercy on me, for I'm a sinner.
I hope you all can hear that
cricket
chirping because it's going to be for the rest of the 30 minutes we're on here.
Our cricket friends are multiplying in the offices.
No, that's a great. No, that's a great story, great parable, and it's fitting to what you're getting at there. People are just, and has this been a conversation on the podcast before about prayer?
Some.
When it's like, I'll catch myself sometimes in that mode where it's like, I'm not talking to God right now.
Yeah.
I'm talking to people and disguising it as talking to God. And it's a subconscious thing, I think.
Yeah.
Like, we're human. And so agendas get in the way sometimes, or it's like things that are important to you find their way, from the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. And so that can distort even prayer sometimes. But it's something to try to keep in check.
Yeah. And I think, we can't not do this podcast today and talk about what happened in Georgia 2 months ago. 2 months ago, and then 2 days ago, a video is released of Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah.
I saw the video. Did you see the video?
I can't. No, I haven't watched it. I
think
know
it's
the content of it.
I think it's important to watch it,
dude.
Because I think there's a part of us that doesn't want to believe that
real.
Racism exists in the world like that.
It's so just hearing about it makes me so sick to my stomach.
I'm still sick about it. And so literally we're talking about National Day of Prayer and praying for our nation. And that is outside of coronavirus and pandemic and people losing their jobs. That is like a highlighted thing that happened in, I forget the town, Brunswick, Georgia.
Yeah, I think
and man, like, have you seen the movie? It's an older movie. Have you seen the movie A Time to Kill with Samuel L. Jackson and a young, what's the Lincoln guy? The guy who drives around in a Lincoln. Matthew McConaughey. Sandra Bullock.
Blair loves that. I have not seen it. Blair loves it.
Okay, so it reminded me of that. Two white gentlemen waiting in a pickup truck. There had to be, there was something that happened before. I don't even know. But it doesn't, like, you see the video, and the pickup truck is parked, and you have Ahmaud, 25-year-old black male, wearing a white T-shirt in the middle of broad daylight. Clearly, there's a car behind them, and he's jogging, and then all of a sudden, there's one guy in the back of the pickup, one guy in the front.
Right.
And you witness this.
Boo.
And I think, like, I don't know, where I get really frustrated is when we pray for peace and then we don't necessarily, I don't know. I'm trying to process what my thoughts are.
Talk about the antithesis of it. Like don't the clear, absolutely crystal clear thing that stands against it.
Yeah. And no matter what happened, no matter what conversation, no matter what thought process those two white men in Georgia thought, you get in the truck with shotguns?
No. Yeah.
Like, no. Come on, man.
Yeah,
like
it's absolutely sickening. It's horrible.
And so I'm just I'm praying right now for all of us that we would grow in, and I think we talked about this a little bit last night with Javier and Javier and Shanana and Shannon.
Yeah.
But just like growing in acknowledgement and awareness. We'll talk about that some this Sunday, but that's been a striking thought to me.
Yeah.
Am I willing to acknowledge, or do I just turn the channel?
Yeah.
Am I willing to acknowledge even like the hate? There's that book, The Hate You Give, or the hate in me, the angst in me, and the hate, I don't know. So it's a dark thing.
Yeah.
That we need to pray for.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of healing that needs to happen in our country and in the church, and
because it's hard to say that is the tip of the iceberg because it's such a huge thing, but it is. It's the tip of the iceberg.
It's the one thing that got caught on camera.
Yeah. Stuff we will never, ever, ever see. Stuff we will never, ever, ever hear about.
Think how sick it is.
Every minute of every day.
Think how crazy it is that if that video didn't come out 2 days ago, that was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's been any really arrests or...
Yeah.
What's hidden will be exposed.
Yep.
So
where do you go from there?
I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can. I don't know if you can turn the corner and start laughing about how I have sweat stains in my shirt right now, and I just think there is a level of grief that is vital for us, and like acknowledging what what's real and I like having fun on this podcast, so I like laughing, but it really bothers me.
Oh, absolutely.
And it bothers me that people are like, I haven't seen it. Not you. I wasn't talking about.
No,
but like I
out of like ignorance, not.
I'm sure it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Right.
Lean in and I have a buddy back in Kentucky. I'm stealing all of the airtime here, but I have a buddy back in Kentucky. His name's Darian, worship leader, and he's posted something, and he said that could have been me. I run at the same time of day every day. That could have been me. Right. And I think like for most of us, I don't know that I have a hard time.
Couldn't have been us.
It couldn't have been in the middle of Georgia, running down the street.
It's not possible. It's just not.
And that's the injustice in all this. Yeah. And I think, as two white males,
right,
we gotta be leading we've got to be willing to step into uncomfortable conversations and be willing to make mistakes.
Yeah, be ignorant.
Yeah,
because
I mean, honestly, we've been in that. We've said things. Right. Like I personally have had to have conversations of like, okay, I was communicating this clearly as a person of color. Maybe you heard something different, or felt or triggered something that like I just don't know, and I can't. Yeah, but I'm willing to go there. I want to be that kind of person that's willing to face those things and acknowledge those things and have those conversations.
Because if I don't,
I'm living in a fantasy.
Well, and you're going back,
and I'm adding to the problem.
And it's like you're saying things.
Yeah, out of pride.
Yeah, you're filtering. I don't know. You know what I'm getting at.
No,
like you're not being honest. You're not being real. If it's like, if that's in your mind, but you're like, somebody might think this could be dangerous, or this could. It's like, okay, well then you're not.
Well, and in this
doing what you're created to do.
I mean, maybe we're opening ourselves up to this with 18 episodes of podcasts talking about God knows what, but like. Because this is a hot button culture where you say one wrong thing and you could get, people could just rail against you. But you've got to be willing to be courageous and
say at some point, it's important enough.
Pursue justice.
Right.
Like look at that's what I love so much about Jesus, is that he was a Justice League kind of person, right? Like he is. Is that the right term? I'm not a Marvel guy, or that's not even Marvel, is it? Is that? You're a Star Wars guy. But like Jesus was justice.
Yeah.
And you think about the Lord's Prayer on National Day Prayer: "Your kingdom come, your will be done." It is not God's
that ain't
will.
It. That
it's
ain't
not
it.
His kingdom.
Yeah.
That there is this division and hatred and prejudice and profiling and fill in the blank.
Yeah.
And we've got to let the kingdom saturate our hearts to where we're willing to talk about it, expose it, point at it, grace and truth and justice and mercy and all those things.
Right, because Jesus' message was never just hold out till you can get to the golden roads of heaven.
Hold on to the ticket.
There's
get the ticket.
The kingdom.
Say the prayer.
There's the kingdom.
Yeah.
It's never that. It's here.
It's here and it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Do you embrace it? Are you ushering it in? Are you living it out? And so it's not enough to go, man, racism. One day it's not going to.
Now, which you have that hope.
Oh, that's a great hopeful thought, but that's not, man, that's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
That is a truth that is dangerous.
It's ignorant.
If you hold on to that above Jesus' message of, kingdom's here.
And even if you say like, well, not me.
Yeah.
Like that's not far enough to say like, well, not me, that's them. That's their problem.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah, but you're a part, we are now interconnected more than ever.
Global society.
And so what's the role that what do we need to do? We need to talk to our kids about this very blatantly, very honestly.
Yeah.
Like, do you need to, like, how do we bring the kingdom into conversations that can lead our kids to not just point at them and say, well, I'm just glad I'm not like those guys in Georgia, or I'm not glad I'm not like that guy. But to actually carve out time to have kingdom conversations that put an end to generational prejudiced hatred racism, sexism, any other ism. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I believe. I don't know. I believe that the healing will never be truly possible without Jesus.
Yeah, you said that this morning.
Yeah,
I appreciated that.
I think it. I mean, it's a valiant effort.
Yeah.
To do it void of Jesus and go, no, justice is justice is justice. So I'm going to pursue it. But I think that's.
I agree.
It's just not. It's never going to reach healing without Jesus in it. So.
And it's more. It's more than just it's more than just calling it out, right? It's more than just being the now social media version of, I don't know, what is that? You know, where somebody says, "I posted about it, so I acknowledged it."
Yep.
So did you see my post? Did you see my post? I reposted that and I posted this, and now that means I'm a part of the team.
Yeah.
It's more than just a passing, because that's so popular, especially in let's be real, white Christian culture of like, well, I posted about it, but I never have a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I'm bothered.
Yeah.
I'm bothered.
It's good. Be bothered.
Okay.
Slam those
fists. It's okay to be bothered. It's important to be bothered.
Yeah. I agree.
All right.
So on this National Day of Prayer,
let's be praying for justice.
We honestly like that.
But what's God's justice? Like, what's justice?
What do you mean?
Because when you say we pray for justice, what does that mean to you? Because that means, to some people, that means those dudes get what they deserved.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a bigger system. There's a bigger national form of justice that we could probably talk about. Relational justice, a making right of something. Yeah. How is this made right?
Yeah. So what you're saying is like, is it blood for blood? Is it an eye for an eye?
I'm not.
Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
When people are saying justice, like, what is that?
I don't think it can be that. Yeah. Like to me that's a human.
But the criminal justice system is a little wonky right here. I think people are wanting like racial fairness when it comes to criminal justice. I'm not going to get into a political argument about criminal justice because I'm not as informed.
Right. I'm talking about God's economy of justice. I'm not thinking, okay, God, rip his head off now. Make this right. That I don't think I don't think we can embrace that. Yeah. Like, I think that's a human retributive view of justice or desire for justice that I don't think holds up. You may disagree with me, and that's fine. We can disagree on that and talk about it. But
I think in the justice of God, there's grief, there's truth, there's we don't like to talk about this, but there's like dealing with, I don't want to say wrath because that's a trigger word, but to deal with the consequences of action.
Yeah.
And there's pain, and there's real raw things that is wrapped up in God's justice.
Mm-hmm.
There's pain in acknowledgement. I like what we said. And we we fear acknowledgement because we fear pain.
Did we say that?
Well, yesterday with Javier and Shannon, we talked about we fear acknowledgement because we fear pain. I fear pain for me. I fear pain for you. Yeah. And so and yet to be healed, you have to expose the wound, and you have to acknowledge the wound.
Yeah.
And then you have to bring the wound to the healer. Yeah. And then in that, there's the ability for reconciliation, and
so you're saying that's a big.
That's a
big beach ball in the way.
Justice
of justice is acknowledgement.
I think so.
Yeah.
So I think National Day of Prayer. That's what I'm praying for today, and
well, I mean, it's cool. It's a man-made thing, but look at where it
National
falls
Day of Prayer.
Because people, National Day of Prayer, but it falls in this incredibly turbulent time,
chaotic. You said chaotic this morning,
and so embrace it.
What was that psalm you read this morning?
3.
And what was that verse? What was the one where about chaos? Chaos is all around me.
Yeah.
Darkness is surrounding. Yeah, something like
that.
And that's where we're at.
Yeah. So embrace the man-made National Day of Prayer. Trust that brothers and sisters are praying it and meaning it, that healing would come and justice would come. God's justice, not necessarily. I mean, we can pray for our justice to come, but that hopefully should pale in comparison to our desire for God's justice in this world.
There needs to be justice, right? But if you're... Yeah. That's not a formed thought. So, but a little update. How long have we been talking?
20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little update. We are now through we watched Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
This
is
good.
How we're wrapping it up.
This is good.
Whoa. I almost fell in my chair there, disoriented. Got me with a left hook.
What are the little fuzzy...
Ewoks.
Okay. That was slow. That part was slow, but I liked it.
Oh, my
The Ewok scene, I'm like, why?
If I could live on any fictional planet, it would be Endor. It'd be the moon of Endor. Yavin 4.
But you know what?
Is that Yavin 4?
Okay,
no,
this is going to tie in. Return of the Jedi was great. I didn't know that Darth Vader turns to this good side of him. I didn't know that.
I'm happy for you now.
So I was shocked because Luke saw, this ties into everything. Luke saw and he believed, right? That
there was good.
There was good.
Yeah, and he was willing to risk his life, sacrifice for it. Shock me, Emperor.
Yeah. And then they had that moment where he took the helmet. So what I've seen the newer Star Wars before the old one.
Right.
So they have the thing
be
of
careful. Don't spoil this. What if people haven't seen it yet?
Get over it. Well, no, it's not. This isn't spoiled. But they have the helmet of Vader.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking like, surely his head was cut off. Oh. That's what I thought when I saw. And so then I'm like, well, how did they put the helmet back together? Who went and found the helmet and put it back together for whatever it's Keanu? That's not his Keanu.
Gosh.
What's the new guy's name?
You thought you were offensive before, potentially. You've just stepped into Kylo Ren. Yeah. So a couple favorite moments from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Admiral Akbar. It's a trap. When he yells that. I really like Nien Nunb, the guy who's with Lando Calrissian as his co-pilot in the Millennium Falcon, where he has
I can't believe
the
you
big
know their
cheeks.
names. I can't believe you know the names.
Yeah, I know all their names. Beginning, Moff Jerjerrod. The Emperor is coming here. Yeah. Right out of the gate. Great line.
So how does Palpatine...
Nope. Just stop, man. You're going...
Well,
spoiler.
Why can't we talk about it?
Spoiler alert. If you have not seen the new Star Wars, turn off the podcast.
I have seen the new Star Wars.
Now go forward.
How does Palpatine survive
stupid.
the fall?
It's the stupidest thing that's ever been.
Okay.
It's
okay, so people upset about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and I'm included in that. I mean, the movie, it's fine. It's whatever.
But he is powerful.
It's whatever.
Here's what's also confusing.
I'm a man. I'm 30. I can't get bent out of shape about Palpatine coming back. But it's just irresponsible.
Here's what's also confusing to me. If in the new Star Wars, spoiler alert, Jedis are praying for people to come back to life. Or not praying. Putting whatever they're doing.
Oh, yeah. She's doing the hand. Yeah.
So why didn't that happen with like... Why couldn't like the Jedis of the old tell Anakin, hey, you can do that too?
Yeah. So is it, am I right? Is it J.J. Abrams? Did he do the new one or was it somebody else?
I don't know.
If it was him.
I don't care.
He
missed it. He didn't even know Star Wars.
He's flying by the seat of his pants.
You know what though? The new ones are great.
They're good. Yeah.
They're very entertaining. So full circle.
Oh man.
They have that moment where Darth Vader turns to the good side, turns to the whatever, the light, the Force.
Yeah.
I was so let down when they took his helmet off, and
it's like a marshmallow in there. I
was like, "That's the guy you picked." for one, it's like James Earl Jones's voice.
Yeah.
And then you take his helmet off, and he's this weird looking.
Yeah, they kind of lost the thread there. Because then you go back and you put Hayden Christensen's brooding, smoldering.
I know.
Young,
and you're like, whoa.
Okay.
And then you see him on fire in the last one. And then he's like, but how is your face? How is your skin so smooth?
Yeah.
That's what I was processing.
Healing.
So healing. But I think it was cool. I didn't expect that.
That's good. I'm glad you experienced that. So now you've seen them all.
Yeah.
Have you seen all the new ones?
Yeah, but we're going to rewatch them just to be.
Yeah.
I was told to watch all of them 4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
No. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and then 6, 7, 8, 9. Because I don't know why.
I don't know why that
So
would
it's
be
been
the
a little
case.
confusing for us because that's what we did.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Star Wars.
Cool.
We're here. Mother's Day's coming up. You got any big plans that Blair's doesn't know about?
Well, it worked out kind of perfectly they're still probably not going to come, but all of her birthday gifts didn't come. So now they'll just be Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. I let Jenna told me, she said, I bought my Mother's Day gift. I said, fantastic.
Oh, great.
So we're going to do something
That worked out well.
special.
Yeah, we don't really.
We'll figure something out that's very, it's just a weird season. Weird season. Lots of, I don't know if you guys are feeling this, who's listening, but this week feels heavy all around.
Yeah, it really does. I'm feeling it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Matt, I think all the introverts have caught
Nope,
up.
Nope.
It's caught up.
Nope, that's not it.
Yes.
We're still holding strong. It's other stuff.
No, but like it's heaviness of culture, heaviness of just the lag and the drag and the, my kids' birthdays are coming up, and that is so menial and small in light of everything. But it's a little that everybody's grieving.
Yeah.
Heavy, real things, and also small things.
Yeah.
Small losses. So
Comparative suffering.
Absolutely. That was a great quote.
It was. I think about it
from
often.
Courtney.
Thanks, Courtney. That should be it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We've reached the end of the line.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
That was intense. I need a nap. I need a rest after that.
Yeah.
But no rest for the weary.
No
so
rest for the weary.
we
We got a big day today.
We do have a big day.
Got some special things planned for church at home on Mother's Day.
Yeah, we do.
We're going to have to address this, man. We're going to have to talk about it.
Yeah.
And not just a pass. I don't know, but I don't want to just, But because it's not just this, we're starting over. Let's start the podcast over.
Part 2.
So it's not just this one thing. This one thing, like you said, it's a tip of the iceberg. And when you consider the tip of the iceberg, man.
And you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like my gut reaction is to go, no. That's, you don't want to think about it.
And here's what's gonna step on some toes. People in SLO are like, well, not us. We're in California. We're progressive. Yeah. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Look around the city.
Yeah.
See the division.
Yeah.
See our lack of awareness of what's happening around us.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, have a great day, everybody.
All right, we love you. If you need to talk.
Jordan's cell phone number is 859.
No, that's actually not it.
803. 513. I know you're.
Best of luck.
All right.
That was it. Those 9 digits.
502.
All right, guys. Praying for you on this National Day of Prayer. Praying for our city, country, world.
Yep.
Much love.
Love you guys.
Peace.
See you.